Alright guys, in this video, I want to walk you through how I'm preparing for the CISSP exam in 2026. This is not me saying this is the best way or only way to do it. This is just how I'm doing it, based on how I learn and how I stay accountable. I'm going to share my screen and go through my notes and structure so you can actually see it in action. First thing first, and honestly the most important thing, is having a due date, guys. For me, that means booking the exam in advance. I go and spend the money and lock it in. Why? Because humans are lazy by default, and I'm definitely one of them. I also have ADHD, so if there's no pressure or no deadline, I'm just going to push it back. If you're that kind of a person, do this ASAP. Book your exam, pay for the exam, otherwise CISSP will drag on forever. Step 2. Once the exam is booked, I start with video courses. I'm going to use INE and CBT Nuggets for CISSP. They've released some new courses for 2025, I think. So I'm going to use those. I'm going to put the links in the description. Personal note here, I'm not sponsored. I'm not getting paid for it. I just like how they structure the content. That's it. And you might be asking yourself, why not start from the books first? Me personally, I prefer video courses because they have a structure and they're short, like 22 hours. It gives me an idea about the content and what I'm going to face, when I go deep into the content. I mean, it gives me the big picture first. But that's the thing. Videos are surface level. Like, you shouldn't expect videos to be very in-depth because it's going to take on forever for these people to record the content. Which is why, for the next step, I'm going to go deep with the official books. So first time, I'm going to go through the videos to get a surface level understanding of the topics. Then after the videos, I go into the official CISSP books and study guides. This is where I slow down. I focus heavily on the domains I'm weak in, I have no idea about, concepts I don't fully understand based on the videos that I watched, and things that I got wrong in practice exams. While you're watching those videos and while you're going through the books and practice exams in the books, you have to take notes in your own words. And when you got the answers wrong, you're going to look at the answers and understand why you got it wrong. And you have to take notes around that. And step 4, this is where most of the real learning happens, really. Not the videos, not the books. This part is where you're going to learn the most of this stuff. Practice exams. I'm going to use Boston and Learn's app, and not just once. I'm going to take a lot of practice exams. After each exam, I'm going to look at which domains I'm weak in, what kind of questions I keep getting wrong, and whether I misunderstood the concept or the question itself. Then I'm going to go back to my notes, videos, and the books, and I'm going to repeat the process. This feedback loop is critical. So videos first, books, then practice exams. And I'm going to review the questions that I got wrong. And then I'm going to repeat that process until I get maybe 90% or 85% in the practice exams. And one thing that I want to talk about here is that CISSP is a very different type of exam. It's not like CompTIA certifications. It's not like Microsoft exams or things, Cisco exams. It's a different beast. It doesn't care how good you are technically. It wants you to think like a manager. Even if you have 10 years of experience, CISSP questions are not asking what would you do as an engineer. They're asking, what's the best decision from a business and risk perspective? Most of the time, the technical fix is not the right answer. And you have to be careful. If you're coming from a technical background and you're planning to take the exam, you have to think like a manager. You have to change your perspective. That's why practice exams matter so much more. They're going to train your thinking. You're going to see for yourself why this exam is different. And step 6, time management and calendar. Very important. For me personally, evenings are free. So I allocate 2 hours maximum per day for CISSP. If someone is telling you that you need to study 5 hours, 7 hours per day, they don't know what they're talking about. Your learning capability and ability will diminish after 2 hours of deep session study. You cannot understand the concepts when you go further than 2 hours. Especially for me, that's what I've learned about my body and my mind. I cannot just do it. So I prefer to do more sessions throughout the week compared to doing one session of like 7 hours of study. Consistency beats intensity. I don't believe in studying 6 or 8 hours in one day, really. One deep focus session every day, maximum 2 hours. Daily study, even short sessions, is much better than one massive cramp session. For me, weekends are usually light review, catching up, and having no pressure. I'm going to take off the weekends to relax and to reset. You should do it as well because it's going to avoid burnout and keeps the momentum for you. So overall, my CISSP prep looks like this. Book the exam, watch the videos for structure, go deep with books, take lots of practice exams, identify my weaknesses, and repeat the process. No magic pills, just consistency and that feedback loop. If you want, I can make follow-up videos on my weekly CISSP schedule, how I break down domains, or how I think through CISSP questions live. Just let me know in the comment and drop any questions that you have around this topic. I'm more than happy to record more videos for you around this topic. See you in the next one.